A host of blue jerseys there to bring him down on the kickoff.
Still got almost 4 minutes left in this quarter, and Hoover's put up 3 touchdowns, 3 PATs, and sitting really good right now. Their defense is really penetrating well.
So Wayne back to work offensively here when they went for it on 4th down and got stopped. Fisher. Fry will let it fly, and Fisher Fry intended for Cade Estep and falls incomplete.
Fisher Fry's pass falls incomplete, brings up a 2nd down and 10.
Big Sandy Superstore donates $500 to the home school for hosting Friday Night Rivals. They are the one-stop shop for all of your home furnishing and appliance needs. Bringing you our play of the game. And right now, the Huskies have had 3 good plays and put it in the end zone, and Fisher Fry trying to navigate through traffic there, and not easy to do. Coming up with the stop was Jay Butcher for the Huskies.
Butcher did a good job of trailing. He was on the backside mark. That play took a little bit of time to develop. Fry wasn't really able. He had to clear through his backs and then go around the left side, and he was able to track it down on the backside.
Well, you see the total yards at the moment for the 2 teams. Hand it off here, and boy, they just string out the ball carrier. A flag comes out as Wayman tried to turn the corner there. Stats sponsored by the Jacobs Law Firm. Attorney Pat Jacobs has over 40 years of experience successfully representing injured and disabled clients throughout the state of West Virginia. Let's hear from Mark Akers here.
We have personal foul, face mask, number 16 of Wayne. The penalties decline. 4th down.
Yeah, you see the grab there, but then he took his hand off and put it right back on it again, and good gang tackling there by the Hoover defense.
All right, so Fisher Fry back deep to kick it away. Ball at the 29-yard line, and I'm going to watch it go out there at the 41-yard line down there on coverage for the Pioneers was Jake Davis.
And Fisher Fry trying to keep that away from Blake Fisher, who's already had some success early in this first quarter.
A 30-yard kick. They may be kicking this again. There is a flag at the 27-yard line.
Legal formation on Wayne. 5 players in the backfield. They have collected to decline.
All right, so Hoover declines the penalty, so they'll take it there at the 41-yard line after the 30-yard kick there by Fisher Fry. So Wayne back on defense here. And now they have placed the football at the 46-yard line. Hatfield turns, hands it off, and Fisher will be taken down at the 45-yard line. And they'll mark him right at the 46.
Brought down by the middle of the Pioneer line.
Good job there by Turner, the linebacker, being able to stuff that and fill that hole for no gain. Basically 1 yard gain.
Blake Fisher on the carry. And In motion will be Dylan Hatfield. Fake the handoff, and here is Hatfield. Hatfield will be corralled around the ankles by Wayman.
Down by number 16, Jaden Wayman.
Wayman got a chance to get him, Mark, before he could get out into that open space. He's very dangerous as a dual threat, as we have already seen that.
Football will be at the 49-yard line. Fisher in motion, and here's Hatfield. Hatfield trying to fight his way across midfield and gets to the 49-yard line.
Wrapped up and brought down by number 20, Jake Davis. Brings up a fourth down.
Jake Davis
and
makes the
5
stop for
Varsity.
Wayne, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 5 here. Hoover keeping the offense out there.
They might wait and let that clock work its way down. There's 6 seconds on the play clock.
So Joey Fields will talk with his crew here.
Timeout.
Let's look at the two head coaches
Charge timeout of the half.
for these two respective schools, and Tom Harmon. And he's been at it a long time. 231 and 92 is his career mark. And again, 3 state championships. Huddled over there with the white-clad Wayne Pioneers.
Mark, if you try to put that in perspective, I don't think people really can absorb the fact that 231 wins would mean if a coach stayed in the business long enough for 20 seasons and never lost a game, that'd be 200.
Joey Fields, you got to check at him there. And Coach Fields, 5 seasons in season number 5, and he's done a lot of great things here. 5-3 in the COVID season, and 10-1, and then 10-3 played for the state championship. An 8-4 season, 5-0 at the moment. He was part of a state championship team as the offensive coordinator at Mingo Central in 2016 under the legend Yogi Kinder. He's a graduate of Matewan High School. And he was the head coach for 1 season. 12-1. All right, here is Hatfield on the carry, and Hatfield maneuvering, and Dane Hatfield takes it to the 39-yard line, and he will get the first down. Hatfield, a stay focused, don't drive, distracted first down for the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. Dane Hatfield.
See, a nice job, Mark. Not only does he have a weapon in the arm, he also has a weapon with vision as he goes back against the grain to get that first down.
Hatfield, the snap, gives it to Silvas, and Silvas goes straight ahead with it, and Fisher Fry got him around the ankles there. Silvas having an outstanding season as well. Have a flag down.
Looks like they're going to step this off against Herbert Hoover.
Holding. Number 50 of Herbert Hoover. 10-yard penalty for spot of foul. Still first down.
Silva's coming into the game, 18 carries, 208 yards, and 4 touchdowns. But the penalty will go against the Huskies, and that will send them back. Put it at the 45-yard line. And that will do it. We have played a quarter of action here, and Herbert Hoover out to a big start at 21-0. Tom Harmon and his crew looking for answers as we move on here on this special Thursday edition of our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports. Away we go to the second quarter here on our special Thursday edition of the Par-Mar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, presented by Eyewitness Sports. First and 16 for Herbert Hoover, and I think we're going to add a little bit more to that, Jim.
Yeah, well, we don't like to point anyone out, and we won't. We just know it was a motion penalty against Hoover. That puts him going in a different direction once again.
Still first down.
All right, let there be light.
And there is
As
light.
we have brought the lamps in here to the broadcast booth. Great to have you with us here, along with former championship coach, two-time first-team All-Stater Jim Mahan. Hannah Klein, I'm Mark Martin. Delighted to have you with us. Hatfield in trouble, gets away, and then flips it into the hands of Fisher, and Fisher will be met there around the 49-yard line and still going. Well, Worrell had him, and Fisher just kept driving the legs. Finally will go down. Outstanding job by Blake Fisher. Cade Eastep finally there to corral him.
Yeah. Fisher did a great job, Mark. He was, actually a loss. He made a nice move off of that, and then he had a little bit of push help from his lineman, but that's legal.
So he picks up 8 on the play, be second down and a 13. Robert Segal giving us a stat there at the end of the first quarter, Jim, the ratio of yardage for the two teams.
Yeah, 1 yard for every 11 yards for Hoover. Unreal.
Fisher gets the call, and fighting Worrell, hanging on, and Fisher continues to churn forward. Worrell stayed with him, too. He had him, and Wayman comes up and makes the stop.
Mark, when you have a first and like 25 plus, and now you have a third and actually manageable, and all of that because of Blake Fisher.
Third down and 5 for the Huskies.
Just refused to go down.
Third down and 5, and it is Hatfield looking over at his coaches. Mighty Lopez over the football right there at around the 34-yard line. You give it to Fisher, and Fisher finds an opening straight ahead. First down yardage as he takes it to the 19-yard line. Fisher enters the Glenville State University red zone. Glenville State University prepares and inspires students to be thoughtful, productive, engaged, and responsible citizens who contribute to the well-being of their community, state, nation, and world. Pioneer your future. And Blake Fisher, Worrell made the stop there, and it's a first down. Our first downs here in the second quarter, sponsored by the University of Charleston. Relationship rich, career relevant, be a part of the fastest growing institution in West Virginia. 3 wide for Hatfield, who will keep it, and Hatfield turning the corner and banged out of bounds there by Worrell.
Eventually knocked out of bounds by number 6, Dante Worrell.
The Huskies getting close to that end zone again, Jim.
Yeah, just a lot of great ball control, and really the difference, what I see, not only in the fact that Hatfield's not getting any pressure when he throws, they're also opening up some gaping holes at front 5, really led by Mighty Lopez at center. He's done a wonderful job of not only getting the ball to Hatfield, but also keeping on his block.
16-yard gain, another first down presented by the University of Charleston. 10th first down of the game for the Huskies.
Herbert Hoover, second charge, timeout of the half.
Now, don't forget, tomorrow evening it will be Friday Night Football Extra, usually on, we can say tonight, but it will be tomorrow night, 11:10 p.m., brought to you by the Thornhill Auto Group. Kenny Bass and me will be along with great action from the area. That's one thing I like about these Thursday night games. I'm not all stressed to, get back and enjoy Kenny.
Yeah, rush it to get back in there and get your program ready for the night. But now this is the biggest game in town right now. 2 ranked teams. Seems like Hoover's got the upper hand right now, but I can assure you Coach Harmon's going to make some adjustments as they get into that locker room at halftime and see what he can do to get his kids turned around a little bit.
Yeah, right now looking for a stop here and trying to keep from going 14 down, 4 touchdowns down here in this first half of action. Just a beautiful shot there of this stadium. Again, so much new here at Herbert Hoover High School. And you got this place opened a year ago, and we were thrilled to have that first game in this new stadium against the Nitro Wildcats. Many thanks to Coach Joey Fields, his great crew, Tom Harmon, Coach at Wayne, for agreeing for this special Thursday edition. Dane Hatfield.
Now, Mark, they've reset the play clock, but they've called a foul, procedure penalty against Hoover.
So now it will be 1st and goal on the 8. Here's Hatfield. In trouble now. Hatfield's got a lot of space, but he's also got a man wide open, and the catch will be hauled in by Sam Key for the 8-yard touchdown play. Touchdown sponsored by the University of Rio Grande. Now Key will be the holder. Hatfield, I think, could have ran it in, Jim, but
he could have.
Kept looking for his receiver and found him. Second.
I think we got Wayne encroachment into the neutral zone.
Let's hear from Mark Akers.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Wayne. Hoover has elected to decline the penalty. Retime.
In lone loss for Wayne to Nitro. Hoover and Nitro went to overtime at Underwood Field. That's Nitro's lone loss. Durenberger. Key puts it down, and I think there was a false start there. Mr. Akers will tell us again.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Number 4, Wayne. Half the distance, untimed down.
Well, this one goes against the Pioneers.
Well, if they would have not refused the first one, it went from the 3 to the 1.5, from the 1.5 to the 3/4.
It's like being at the carnival. You just keep getting opportunities here. Key puts it down, and the kick is up and good, and that makes it a 28-0 lead here at the 9:29 mark. Couple of looks here, Jim.
Yeah, you see Hatfield rolls out to the right, comes back to his left. He could have easily run it in. He sees Key over in that corner, wants to spread wealth around to his teammates. The development was to the right. You see how everybody's rolling to the right. He doesn't get what he wants, comes back to the left. His receiver doesn't give up on the play, and we've got 6.
And our scoring summary presented by Mark A. Hunt and Associates, attorneys at law, bring us the scoring summary for each FNR telecast. 10 plays, 54 yards, 5:15 off the clock.
Kind of uncharacteristic of Hoover is they had a 1-play scoring drive. They had a 1-play scoring drive. They had a 2-play scoring drive. Now they had to take all of 10 to get there.
Time for another OVP Health Kickoff. Formerly Ohio Valley Physicians, in business since 1999. Hatfield now with 5 TD passes on the season. Durenberger drills it, and having a hard time hanging on to that one is Ashton Walker. So the Pioneers will bring it out here.
Mark, there's plenty of time in this quarter, and I think the thing that Wayne's going to need to do is really get off the ball and try to control that line of scrimmage.
All right, Hannah Klein at one of our favorite
guys.
stops at high
Mark,
school
this
football.
is for you. Mark has been talking all night about Herbert Hoover's famous popcorn. Now I'm here with Aubrey. Aubrey, you have to tell me, now you're a part of the show choir, right? And you have to tell me, you guys are raising funds for what exactly?
We are raising general funds for show choir. This goes towards things like props, staging, if someone is in need of, help and can't really afford them, Miss Silver will, usually either take it out of general or her funds them herself.
And you have to show me, there's a lot of popcorn going around, and Mark, they've told me this is on the house for you. You have to show me the process and the method to this madness. So go ahead, I'm ready. I'll carry these.
We have this here. It's just some kernels and this
The secret sauce.
the secret sauce, Flame of Coal, not sponsored. And all you're going to do is just make sure the motor and the kettle's off. Trust me, I accidentally hurt myself twice doing that. I know, rookie mistake. I've been doing this. And maybe just like a little cup, not too much.
The flavoring. All right.
Yeah, like the oil. And then that.
Love it. All right. That's it. And that's the secret to the Herbert Hoover High School's favorite popcorn. Mark, I'll go ahead and send it back to you.
All right, send me those 3 boxes that you're carrying there while you're at it. All right, here is Wayman with the nice carry for the Pioneers. Another flag comes out.
Well, Mark, the Pioneers, the recipient of their first down of this half via penalty, and now they just reeled off another one, but we have to see the outcome of the flag.
We have a 5-yard face mask. Number 12 of Herbert Hoover. 5-yard penalty at the end of the run. First down.
Mark Akers, 32 years as an official, lives in Scott Depot, and a part of 2 Super 6 championship events. Just the state championship event now coming to Charleston. 4 state title games will be played. So Wayne now across midfield and a couple of first downs here. Fisher Fry will hand it off, and that ball, they're saying it came out, and
like it did.
It did, and the Huskies, Mikkel Taylor comes away with it. And that would be a second fumble of the game.
Yeah, I think he kind of just fell over it. Mikkel Taylor did, the junior.
And Wayman was the ball carrier, lost the handle on it. And now the Huskies take over here with 8:27 to go and leading it 28-0 here on FNR.
Mark, I will tell you, if you're a person that's light sensitive, you may not want to come to the ball game. They've used about 15 different patterns every time something positive has happened, and there's been a lot positive happen for the Huskies this half.
A lot of good wins this season thus far for the Huskies. Started with that lightning delay here on a Thursday opener. Hatfield. You can see if he can show off his arm here. Now Hatfield avoids the rush. Dane Hatfield across midfield and will be chased out of bounds there. Wyatt Brown coming up and getting him out of bounds, but still a good pickup for the ever dangerous Dane Hatfield. We had the 2 older brothers, Drew and Devin. They were great wide receivers. Drew was the Randy Moss Award winner when he was playing at Mingo Central. Gain of 7 for Dane Hatfield.
And Mark, you see his skill set. I mean, they've got good athletes in that linebacking core for Wayne, and he was able to elude those tackles with very little effort.
Football resting at the 44. Fisher goes in motion, and they'll pitch it to Fisher, and he will gather first down yardage, takes the football to the 36-yard line, and a flag comes out. Tackle was made there by Wayne's Tristan Turner. See what the call is here. Fisher got the first down. Here's Mark Akers.
We have dead ball. Personal foul. Number 13 of Herbert Hoover. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Well, that is Hatfield.
Interesting. I have to take a look at this.
Going to take the football back to the 48. Turner got him down, and others joined in there. And
there we see Hatfield running in there at the end of that play. We don't know the result of what happened, but it was probably definitely after the whistle.
48-yard line now is where the ball will be spotted. Hatfield, pump fake, guns, got a man, and the catch is made. A beautiful grab by Key at the 19-yard line with two defenders right there in Brown and Fry. Never took his eye off of the football. What a strike there.
Yeah, double coverage was Key, as Sam Key, as he was covered, was just kind of a rope throw by Hatfield. Really nice job. But Key with the strong hands, Mark, able to haul that one in.
Here is Hatfield on the carry.
13, Dane Hatfield on the quarterback keeper.
So that resulted in a University of Charleston first down. Relationship rich, career relevant. Be a part of the fastest growing institution in West Virginia. And now the Huskies operating in the Glenville State University red zone. So that was a gain of 5.
Gain of 5 yards on the play. It brings up a 2nd down and 5.
5-yard gain by Hatfield, followed by that 30, right before that 32-yard passing catch. And here is Fisher. Flag is out. Fisher gets to the 5.
Carry brought down by number 12, Fisher Fry.
He will have the first down, but let's see. I think the Huskies are going to walk back here.
From the point of attack, I think, Mark, maybe there could have been an illegal block in the back. That's what I may have seen. Holding.
Number 54, Herbert Hoover. 10-yard penalty, spotted infraction, still 2nd down.
Football is resting at the 23-yard line. Mighty Lopez will get out over the football for the Huskies. Only returning starter on the offensive line. So it's 2nd down and 13. Hatfield rolls right and guns it, and that one will go out of bounds, brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, ran out of real estate. Mark, he's on the short side of that one. Good pass pattern there by Fisher, but not able to haul it in.
Another penalty flag coming out here against the Huskies.
Yeah, so you know that Coach Fields is going to certainly address that. I believe the graphic showed 55 yards in penalties prior to that one against Hoover versus 3 penalties for 9 yards against Wayne.
Mark Akers getting a lot of airtime.
With the illegal man downfield. Number 7 of the offense. He's covered up by the wideout. Wade is elected to decline the penalty. 3rd down.
I mean, the two of us, we get an open. Sometimes we're on at halftime. Mark Akers.
He's not going to get one.
He's one of the great ones.
Yeah, he's a good one.
And there's a great young head coach there, Joey Fields.
I think he wants an explanation about this.
Correction on the penalty. It's number 2 for Herbert Hoover.
All right, the Huskies, you saw Joey Fields there. He wanted a timeout, and we break away here on our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, presented by Eyewitness Sports. Jan Dale's Attorneys at Law bringing us tonight's live stream of this special Thursday edition of Friday Night Rivals. Jan Dale's Attorneys at Law, we won't take no for an answer. So Herbert Hoover with the football. It rests at the 23.
And so far, Mark, the Huskies haven't taken no for the end zone so far. They've been pretty productive.
Fisher was in motion. Hatfield brings it back the other way to Key, and Key is open, and Key will score. 23-yard pass play. 5th touchdown of the night for the Huskies. Touchdowns sponsored by the University of Rio Grande.
Part of what made that so successful, Mark, was Hatfield rolling out to the left and then them selling that play by put a little bubble screen by Key. But great blocking, great setup, just a nice flip pass there by Hatfield. Key does the rest.
Please turn off the music when we're ready to play.
Basket. Turn off the music was the message there. Back-to-back TDs by Key. Key is the holder.
Kick is good.
And it is up and good.
And you see Hatfield rolls out to the left, comes back to his right. Great bubble screen there by Key. Good seal blocks there by Mighty Lopez. And Ethan Patrick able to get in front of people. Connor Facemeyer. This guy's doing a really good job downfield. Don't want to leave out Caleb Brown. He'd had a nice Key block as well. Key took it to the house, Mark.
Mark A. Hunt and Associates, Attorneys at Law, bringing us our scoring summaries for each Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week telecast presented by Eyewitness Sports, and that was 7 plays, 51 yards, 2:18
Pioneers, number 16.
off the clock there.
Number 4, Ashton Walker.
So Durham Burger will bring us yet another OVP Health Kickoff in business since 1999. Durham Burger perfect in the department. 6:09 to go. And it's been all Herbert Hoover. Getting this Wayne team out some key players. Get to that in a moment. Wayman will scoop it up at the 5, and I'm going to bring it out, and Wayman gets drilled there at the 16-yard line. Ty Mullins comes up and makes the stop. Closed captioning for tonight's Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week is exclusively brought to you by the Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia's personal injury victims since 1974.
If Wayne would ever need to be able to hang on to the ball, it would be right here, because we know they get the ball to start the third quarter. Hoover had won the coin toss, took the ball, took it right down the field, and had that turnover, but was able to capitalize later on.
Now Wayman coming out of there in a crowd, and he goes down at around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Payne in on the tackle there. He seems to be just about everywhere. Hayden Payne, one of the captains on this Hoover team, leader, senior, been around.
Yeah. Gain of 2 on the play. Ronnie Staley, outstanding senior. Really, maybe the best athlete on the team, according to Tom Harmon. Again, out. Broken collarbone in that victory over Winfield. They lost Caden Hayden, a very good running back, in a car wreck, and also suffering a knee injury. Another key player, Dakota Gillespie. So it really changed the look.
The dynamic. Yeah, that was Fry on it, and I believe that was a busted play. I think they missed the handoff, and the back went one way, and Fry was looking at another way, and he kind of had to eat it and get what he could out of it. Unfortunately, weren't able to get anything.
Tom Harmon with his assistant coaches of Nick Dameron, Dave Atkins, Gunnar Harmon, Tucker Watts. fighting through traffic and just not much there for Tristan Turner. And that will bring up 4th down here for the Pioneers. Tristan Turner getting the call there, and the 5'9", 167-pound junior, but just not much happening there. So Fisher Fry will kick it away. Blake Fisher will drop back deep for the Huskies.
Our specialty guys have been busy. Unfortunately, Fisher Fry on the punting end and Darren Berger on the point after touchdown end.
Fisher Fry lifting it skyward, and it'll be down there by 49-yard line there by the Pioneers. Saturday Sports Showcase coming up at 11:30 on WCHS, and that will be Saturday morning at 11:30.
Huskies will start their drive from the 48-yard
28-yard punt there by Fisher Fry. Mighty Lopez, the center, and snaps it to Hatfield, who will keep it himself and breaks tackles, and Hatfield close to the first down marker.
Dane Hatfield on the quarterback.
Now, Dane Hatfield, he's about 500 and some yards away from becoming the school's all-time leading rusher. He's already the school's all-time leading passer, leader in touchdown passes, has played more games than anyone, started more games than anyone. And that helps when you're a freshman and you get to play.
Yeah.
And, of course, you make nice runs into the postseason.
Mark, we remember him. We had him on Rivals 4 years ago as a freshman. We talked about how special he was going to be. What's so unique is he's been in that weight room. You see he's trained. He's kind of grown into his body, and now he's got all those weapons.
And he's a really good basketball player, too, and he launches it out here on the near side, and the catch is made by Lance Williams. And, again, they've just got a lot of receivers. They've got Braden Bailey, Sam Key, Lincoln McConaughey, Dalton Myers, Dylan Hatfield, Lance Williams.
Blake Fisher.
Yep, Fisher.
They just keep going. It's a nice spin move here by Williams, and he does it's a little bit of a drill there, but the ball was down.
22-yard pickup. First down sponsored by the University of Charleston. Hatfield will keep. Looking to get to the edge there. Fisher Fry will slow him down and take him down as they operate now in the Glenville State University red zone. Glenville State University prepares and inspires students to be thoughtful, productive, engaged, and responsible citizens who contribute to the well-being of their community, state, nation, and world. Pioneer your future. Of course, we'll
Mark, a good bit of officiating by Mark Akers, little extracurricular activity there with Davis and Fisher, and he just talked to him, and that's a sign of a veteran official.
Hatfield rolls, delivers, gets it to his brother, and his brother takes a shot there. Big time hit there by Tristan Turner on Dylan Hatfield. Dylan Hatfield, just a freshman. So, boy, you had Drew, you had Devin, you got Dane, and now it's your turn to get in there. And I asked Joey Fields about this particular Hatfield. As you see Turner there, who made the big lick there. He said, well, he just knows the game so well. He's been around his whole life. And gain of 2, 3rd down 8. Their father, Kevin, great athlete in his day at Birch High School and done some coaching in his time. Dane Hatfield guns it and looking for baby brother. That one will fall incomplete. Joey Fields says the only bad thing is Dylan Hatfield's the last of the Hatfields.
There's no more. Yeah, that's probably, I'm sure, Wayne breathing a sigh of relief, but there's Dylan going back to the line of scrimmage, going to get the next play call from Joey Fields. But a really nice ball by his brother, just a little bit deep in that corner.
His brothers Drew and Devin, they were outstanding receivers as well. Devin is the assistant coach, one of the assistants for
Herbert Hoover, third and final timeout of the half.
Well, when you think about some of the great coaches down through the years in the Kanawha Valley, there's none greater than a gentleman by the name of Joe Eddie Calley. The late Joe Eddie Calley guided Husky football for so many years.
What a class act he was, Mark. I had the fortune of having Coach Calley on the staff when we played in North-South game, 1979. He was such a wonderful man. He was very knowledgeable, but he just knew how to love kids and have relationships. You know, he just was just a great guy at forming relationships with his young players.
And he coached all those years at Hoover, and of course they later named the field in his honor, Joe Eddie Calley Field. When he died at the age of 80 in 2016, Mitch Vingle, who was a great writer for the Charleston Gazette, wrote a portrait in granite when talking about
Yeah,
Joe Eddie Calley.
he was a dandy.
Here is Hatfield, and Hatfield will go down. Worrell gets the tackle, and Turner helping on the play there. You know, Jim, he was later the head coach of the South Cardinals in 1990, and your late father-in-law, my former coach, Frank Marino, coached the North team that year as the head coach. That was when Ripley
Was in
got
the North.
moved, moved out of the South into the North. That was the first year. So, all right, so Wayne gets the nice defensive play, and Pioneers, well, they needed something, Jim, and they get it there with the defensive stop, and here comes Fisher, Fry, and company, joined there by Ashton Walker.
Yeah, it's a good job stopping there. They certainly, couldn't afford to give any more points up on the board.
The handoff, and Worrell will take it close to the 30-yard line. Big Sandy Superstore donates $500 to the home school for hosting Friday Night Rivals. They are the one-stop shop for all of your home furnishing.
Wayne, second charge timeout of the half.
It's Wayne's second
And
timeout.
appliance needs.
Trying to conserve that clock. 59 ticks left in this half. Trying to get something positive, Mark. As we always talk about this, the team that has the ball at the end of the second quarter, they will receive the kickoff to start the third quarter. So if they could get a big play, bust a big play, something happen here, then something positive to take into that locker room for Coach Harmon to talk to his kids about.
Let's give Big Sandy some love again. Big Sandy Superstore donates $500 to the home school for hosting Friday Night Rivals. They are the one-stop shop for all of your home furnishing and appliance needs. I got right in the midst of the announcement by official Mark Akers. He didn't know I was doing that spot. So. All right, so here we go. Second down, 5. Football at the 28-yard line. Fisher Fry handing it off and grinding across the 30. I mean, a big log jam there, and up off the pile was Jaden Wayman.
Yeah, Mark, kind of hard to find seams when you've got your offensive line so tight. Their splits are about 6-8 inches. You got 8 guys inside that box. So you're not going to find a lot of running lanes to work through here.
It was a gain of 4, 3rd and 1, and they are going to be stopped. Worrell stopped over there, and several in on the play. Michael Taylor was there for the Huskies. He's going to bring up 4th down and 3.
We know that Hoover cannot stop the clock, so that's probably how this half will end.
All right. Well, the Huskies of Herbert Hoover, they've got weapons, and they have been on display here in this opening half at Husky Stadium. in Elkview. And, of course, we got plenty coming up here on the Huntington Mall Halftime Report. We will bring you the Around the School segment, introduce you to the latest downtown Ford Scholar Athletes of the Week. In addition, we will have the Big Sandy Superstore check presentation, plus provide stats and highlights from this first half of action between Wayne and Herbert Hoover. It's the Huntington Mall Halftime Report. The Huntington Mall, a destination for dining and entertainment. Down to Hannah Klein we go.
Well, Coach, your team came out on fire, scoring 3 touchdowns in just 4 plays. Talk a little bit about that performance so far.
Yeah, we want to have a good start. We haven't the last 2 weeks, even with the big margin. So we want to have a good start against a good football team. I'm proud of how our team's playing, but, attitude and effort is what they're controlling. We're seeing results because of that.
I know there's just been a couple penalties. I think there were 7 so far. How do you hope that they keep that composure and come out on top?
Definitely. You look at the scoreboard, it gets 35-0. Then you get sloppy, you kind of go through the motions. We got to fight that as a team because, a test is coming. Whether you get it next week or the following week, we got to be better as a group finishing.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Mark.
All right, thank you very much, Hannah, and many thanks to Joey Fields, fifth-year head coach of the Huskies of Herbert Hoover. His team on top of the Wayne Pioneers, 35-0 here at the break. And we are delighted to have all of you with us here watching on this special Thursday edition of the Par-Bar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports. Our Huntington Mall halftime report begins right now.
Well, we're here at the Huntington Mall, one of the sponsors for Friday Night Rivals, and I'm actually here with Margie Valdez. She's the marketing director here at the mall. And you should tell me, this has been multiple years in a row. How awesome is it to be back?
It's great to be back. I love all the local high schools and the students and the families that come here to the mall. So to be able to support this again is a really great thing.
And I know here at the mall, you guys have been expanding these last few months as well.
Yes, we've got so many new exciting additions we want people to come and check out, especially Dave & Buster's. It's just a great place. What is it? To eat, watch, and play. Yep.
Awesome. Well, anything else you want to add? I always really want to focus on the community.
Yeah, absolutely. We do so much here at the mall, and if everybody wants to just visit huntingtonmall.com, we have events listed up through November now. So, yeah, we got a lot going on.
Awesome, Margie. Well, I appreciate you, and more Friday Night Rivals coming up after this. Well, this is a halftime interview brought to you by Big Sandy Superstore. Now, we're here at Herbert Hoover High School with the principal, Mike Kelly. Now, $500 going directly to your school. How awesome is this knowing this is going to the students?
Well, it's twofold. It's really nice for Hannah, for you guys to highlight our kids and the kids from Wayne County and the great atmosphere at Herbert Hoover. So we want the community to see that. But it's also $500 more that can go towards things for the children. And so we have a great facility here. We're very proud of it. We waited a long time for it. And the people will come rolling in here in droves pretty soon. But, yeah, anytime we get money where we can put it towards more things for the students, we're really happy about that.
And how awesome is that? I know you guys are still trying to, kick in that new student feel, that new school. How awesome is it knowing that everybody can kind of check out that new field for the second year in a row?
It is. Like the first, the kids did such a good job even when we were in difficult circumstances, and now that they just have, one of the finest schools anywhere, you can see it in their faces when they walk in the building every day.
Well, I appreciate you, and again, this is a halftime interview brought to you by Big Sandy Superstore.
Second half kickoff getting set to take place here. Kickoffs presented by Ohio Valley Physicians, in business since 1999, and Voss Durenberger will send the kickoff in the direction of the Pioneers, who trail it 35-0, and catch will be made by Wayman, and Wayman will be slowed up there at around the 20-yard line. Look across the way, and I see one of the great media individuals in the state in Joe Bricado. Here's our first half numbers, and our numbers tonight being sponsored by the Jacobs Law Firm. Attorney Pat Jacobs has over 40 years of experience successfully representing injured and disabled clients through the state of West Virginia, and 13-2 first downs and rushing yards. 172-38 in passing yards. Well, Wayne didn't have any yards there, Jim. And penalties is something obviously Joey Fields would like to see corrected, but Wayne went forward on fourth down that one time, and that led to a touchdown. So here we go, and Pioneers with Fisher Fry flinging it out, and down will go the receiver quickly, and it was Worrell making the grab, and the tackle was made by Braden Bailey.
Yeah, Mark Worrell came up, jogged back to the huddle. Looked like he had just a little bit of a limp there. We might want to keep an eye on him. Maybe he had a little bit tweak of the ankle, but we'll keep a close eye on him as this second half develops.
4-yard gain there for the Pioneers. Handoff straight ahead, and getting the football to the 30-yard line, and it was Wayman on the carry. Wayman has a 60-yard carry this season. It's Mighty Lopez there, number 51 for the Huskies. Defensive lineman and the starting center, hobbling just a bit. So it's going to be 3rd down 2. Football at the 30 here for the Pioneers of Wayne. Fisher Fry will hand it off, and Worrell going to be stopped.
Yeah, great job there by Connor Facemeyer, the defensive lineman. He didn't allow. Matter of fact, they lost about a half a yard on that one. Great penetration by him.
Brings up a 4th down and
So
3.
It's going to bring up 4th down 3, and that will have Fisher Fry
Back deep to receive the punt for the Huskies will be number 1, Blake Fisher.
backing up to kick it away. Blake Fisher will drop back deep. So the ball is at the 29-yard line. Waylon Forrest is the snapper. Fry kicks it here to the near side. And going to be down there at the 34-yard line by Jake Davis. Well, each of these schools have a Kennedy Award winner down through the history. And, Jim, I know you remember this guy, Robin Lyons. He was
absolutely
one of the greatest players in Husky history. Robin Lyons was just a one-man wrecking crew for Joe Eddie Callie's crew, and one of the all-time great Huskies. And again, on that great list of Kennedy Award winners as the top player in West Virginia down through the years.
Dane Hatfield.
Dane Hatfield, he's had Kennedy-like performance here tonight.
If you look at that photo, Mark, I'm not taking anything against Robin Lyons, but a man.
Yes.
He was in high school, but he was a man among boys for sure.
Second down and 10.
Second down and 10.
You don't see Hatfield get contained very often, so.
Hatfield back to pass, looking. And now will dump it into the hands of Dalton Myers. And they're going to say that will be incomplete.
Dalton Myers brings up a third down and
2-yard
10.
gain on that at best if he would have hauled it in, but he had to complete the catch. Haynes wasn't able to come down and make a football move. So that'll stop the clock and give a third and surprisingly fairly long for Herbert Hoover. They haven't had too many third and double-digit opportunities today, this first half.
Dalton Myers got the scoring started, 35-yard catch from Hatfield. There's the conversions here on third down in this game. Huskies 3 of 5, looking for that fourth one. Hatfield flushed out of the pocket, and now he's going to heave it down the field, and Key will make a great grab at the 41-yard line.
I don't know, Mark, which was more impressive, Hatfield rolling out to his left and having a throw back being a righty, or Key's diving catch. Both of them were great ends of this. Here Hatfield gets flushed out, rolls out to the left, has to turn his body, just kind of floats one out there in that open space. Boom, Sam Key.
Gained at 24 on the play. First downs in this third quarter. Brought to you by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. So stay focused, don't drive distracted. First down. And here is Hatfield keeping it and churning those legs to the 30-yard line.
Brought down by number 20, Jake Davis, assisted by number 4, Ashton Walker.
Let's head down to Hannah Klein.
Ball spotted on the 30-yard line. First down.
Firing off the T-shirts here is Hannah. Hannah with a lot of talent.
She's just a one-person wrecking crew.
You know, we just said that about Robin Lyons, though, right?
Oh, no. Ouch.
Here is
please forgive me.
Fisher straight ahead. Fisher journeys inside the red zone.
Blake Fisher barrels ahead up the middle for the Huskies, eventually brought down by
Our red zone
host of Pioneer defenders.
presented by the Glenville State University. Glenville State University prepares and inspires students to be thoughtful, productive, engaged, and responsible citizens who contribute to the well-being of their community, state, nation, and world. Pioneer your future.
Mark, you and I could have ran through that hole. I mean, it was huge. You just got to get your hat off for Patrick, Schaefer, Lopez, Brown, and Facemeyer. Man, they were opening up some holes for those backs to run through and for Hatfield to go as well.
Hatfield gets the snap, and Hatfield will take it to about the 6.
Dane Hatfield on the keeper.
Yeah, Bowman kind of bumped into him. It looked like he wanted to cut back on the left side, but Caleb Bowman kind of straightened him out a little bit. He ended up getting 5 or 6.
Talking about Glenville State University homecoming this weekend. 4-yard pickup for Hatfield. In fact, before Glenville plays on Saturday against Frostburg, your alma mater, Ravens, was going to play there at Morris Stadium against the Titans of Gilmer County.
Gilmer County. That ought to be a dandy.
Here's Hatfield. And Hatfield chasing that pylon. Going to be bumped out there at the 2-yard line. Dane Hatfield. You know, and it's like Joey Field says, he just does it week in and week out. And again, really says a lot about his strength, his durability.
Yeah, the fact that he can run the ball and he can throw the ball. When you have that double threat like that and you have the kind of skill that he's got, there he is just kind of reading the defense, kind of plowing his way in.
And he does. Dane Hatfield
Touchdown, Husky.
is a late flag here. You see the flag, our touchdowns, sponsored by the University of Rio Grande. Here's Mark Akers.
As they try to sort this one out. It looks like Mr. Akers is pointing well. He first pointed toward Wayne, then he pointed toward Hoover. So we'll get the call here shortly and settle this one out.
After the touchdown, personal foul, number 55 blue. Wayne is elected to take it on the kickoff. Untimed down.
And we got
The extra point for the Huskies.
Derenberger in and Sam Key, the holder.
Derenberger has been perfect so far, going to try to keep it that way. And he does just that.
Extra point is good.
42-0 lead for the Huskies of Herbert Hoover. And Dane Hatfield fights his way into the end zone. Flag comes out. And we break away here in Elkview. All Hoover on FNR. Mark A. Hunt and Associates, attorneys at law, bringing us our scoring summaries for each FNR telecast. And it was an 8-play, 65-yard drive, 3:24 off the clock, capped off by Dane Hatfield's short quarterback sneak. Big play on the drive, Sam Key, 20-yard reception. Blake Fisher had a nice run. Derenberger ready to kick it off. Kickoffs brought to you by OVP Health. Formerly Ohio Valley Physicians, in business since 1999. Wayne Wayman gets the football. Took a pretty good lick there by the Huskies' Ty Mullins.
Yeah, really good coverage by the Huskies, considering they had to kick off from their own 25 following that unsportsmanlike penalty at the end of that touchdown run by Hatfield. So to get the ball only into 33, having to kick 15 yards further back than you were, pretty good job on that coverage team from Herbert Hoover.
Talon Harrison, he also there making a big stick, and Harrison, boy, he's put together well. Nice linebacker for the Huskies. Where's number 19? Under center is Fisher Fry. We'll get it into the hands of Ashton Walker, and Walker will get a couple.
Number 4, Ashton.
And that will be it. Closed captioning for tonight's Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, presented by Eyewitness Sports, exclusively brought to you by the Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia's personal injury victims since 1974. So it was a gain of 4, second down 6. Hand it off, and once again, Ashton Walker carves his way to the 41-yard line. Clock churning here inside Husky Stadium. Second season for this beautiful venue.
Brings up a 3rd down and 2.
It's going to be 3rd down and 2. Going to be Worrell getting the call, and I believe he got first down yardage there. He keeps fighting his way, gets to the 45-yard line.
Good job there by Worrell, Mark. He did initially have the first down by about a yard, was able to spin off of that, gain for the fight for the extra yardage and get a couple extra yards for Wayne to keep their drive going.
And it brings us a stay focused, don't drive distracted first down from the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. Our first and third quarter first down sponsor. So fresh set of downs for the Pioneers, and Worrell finding running room and takes it to the 39-yard line. Nice play by Worrell. Ty Mullins got him down. Or check that, Wayman, forgive me.
Yeah, Wayman took him down, Mark. You'll see on the end of this play, there's a spin here, and it looks like he takes the ball, but he's clearly down.
Jaden Wayman, number 16, picks up 16. Fourth first down for the Pioneers.
That might be their longest play from scrimmage.
Big Sandy Superstore donates $500 to the homeschool for hosting Friday night rivals. Now Worrell back with it, and he'll be stopped there. Tackle
Number 12, Hayden
made by
Patrick.
Wyatt
Number
Kidd.
52, Ethan Patrick get on the tackle. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
So Wayman's 16-yard run, the longest of the night for the Pioneers. Ethan Patrick on that last stop. Fisher Fry looking to throw, and Fry will go down. Big time defensive play there by Taylor from his linebacker spot.
Yeah, Mikael Taylor comes from this backside, and Fry doesn't really see him. He kind of comes in. It's off of a delayed blitz here. Coach Harmon telling him, hey, gotta get rid of that ball when you sense that pressure.
Loss of 5.
Trying to pick up his quarterback, see if he can make something happen on this 3rd and 15.
Fisher Fry, Wayne's downtown Ford Scholar athlete. Dane Hatfield for Herbert Hoover. Football at the 43, 3rd and 15. Handed off to Worrell, and he'll get it to the 40-yard line.
Dante Worrell on the carry.
Well, there's no doubt about it that it was 4-down territory for the Pioneers, but they would have liked to have got a little bit more yardage on that 3rd down to make the 4th a little bit more manageable or makeable.
Harrison and Mullins on the stop for the Huskies. Fourth down and 12. And we're going to have flags out.
Dead ball. Illegal procedure on the offense. Number 5. Still 4th down.
Now, 4th and 12 going to 4th and 17, which I would think would be an obvious passing play, or if you've got in a bag of tricks here as we're getting closer to Halloween, see if they could pull something out here out of their bag of tricks, see what Coach Harmon has it dialed up here as we're closing in on the end of the 3rd quarter.
Second time these two have met on FNR as Fisher Fry heaves it down the field. Key was there on coverage. Wyatt Brown was the, check that, Ashton Walker, the intended receiver.
And that concludes the third quarter.
And we have played 3 here in Elkview. Hoover on top of the Pioneers of Wayne, 42-0. Away we go to the fourth quarter on our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports. Tonight's Smile Cam is brought to you exclusively by Koleski Orthodontics, where your perfect smile begins. A lot to smile about here with the little light show that was going on here at Husky Stadium as Herbert Hoover leads at 42-0 as we head to the fourth quarter here on this special Thursday edition of the Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports. Dane Hatfield, 10-14 passing, 184 yards, 4 touchdowns, rushing, 20 carries, 144 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's a career for some guys.
328 tonight and part of six TDs. Not a bad night's work for that young man.
No, it's 1st and 10 Hoover. All right, so the Huskies with the football to begin this fourth quarter of play. Dane Hatfield, just read you his numbers. Hatfield will hand it off to Blake Fisher, and Fisher journeys to the 48-yard line.
Fisher's such a hard runner, Mark. He's very difficult to bring down one-on-one.
Wayman made the stop there. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 3.
That brings up a 2nd down and 4.
Mighty Lopez over the football for Herbert Hoover. Snap it to Hatfield, who will keep it. And Hatfield going to be wrapped up there. Wayman and Fisher will take him down at the 48. And down we go to Hannah Klein. Take it away, Hannah.
13, Cooper Atkins.
All right, guys, so I'm right in the dunk pound here at Herbert High School, and it wasn't one of my favorites. This is Junior Laley. Now, first, I want to kind of go back, because I talked to you, a couple weeks ago, and you're in the marketing program, and you guys actually made keychains, and the keychains are going towards exactly what?
So they're going to go, we kind of just gave them out. People would drop off donations for the flood victims in North Carolina and Tennessee, and in return they would just get a free little Husky keychain made by the CTE students. It was just our way to kind of give them a reason, like a prompt to like give to this important cause, because I know we received so much support from all over whenever we had our flood in 2016, and so we just wanted to pay that back towards people who are in need.
How awesome is it knowing that this is your guys' second year being at this new field?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, the energy here is just amazing. I mean, after every touchdown, the lights go crazy. It's such a fun time. It's just a great experience, and I'm so proud to be a Husky.
Awesome. I appreciate it, Lily. And guys, I'll go ahead and send it back.
All right, thank you, Hannah. Blake Fisher was on the call there.
I thought for a moment, Mark, you might see their first punt of the night, but they've elected to go for it.
Here is Hatfield, and Hatfield goes straight ahead, gets the first down as he takes it to the 39-yard line. First downs here in this fourth quarter, presented by the University of Charleston. Relationship-rich, career-relevant, be a part of the fastest-growing institution in West Virginia. With an 8-yard pickup.
Yeah, Mark, you got to really, tip your hat to that front five that's really moving that ball and creating those holes for Hatfield and the other running backs who've just done a great job tonight.
Yeah, again, it's one of those cases when you see a team like this, and of course Wayne on FNR 2 weeks ago saw similar team with the outstanding Nitro Wildcat Club, Boone McKinney. So Silvis on the carry there, one of the tacklers, Cooper Atkins. Atkins, part of a set of triplets, and his sisters, Brooke and Addison, outstanding basketball players for Wade Williamson's wonderful girls program there. As you see our yardage and our passing between the two teams. Stats sponsored by the Jacobs Law Firm. Attorney Pat Jacobs has over 40 years of experience successfully representing injured and disabled clients throughout the state of West Virginia. Time of possession, a little misleading, really, Jim. It's
Sure.
almost even there, but here go the Huskies again, and Silvis will go straight ahead with it.
To gain yet another first down for the Huskies. But that time of possession, Mark, I know it's one of those time-tested statistics they keep, but they really don't have a lot of relevance in today's offenses, the way they're set up with explosive plays and passes and things like that. So
There's a 10-yard gain, another first down presented by the University of Charleston. Silvis, 6 foot 190, a junior. And when talking to head coach Joey Fields about number 7, he just continued to say it. Just a great kid, a great attitude. He goes, I just can't say enough great things about this kid.
yeah, best thing you can say about him, he's going to be back next year for sure.
He's not going to have number 13, but he's going to have a lot of these young men back. And
Exactly.
speaking of 13, zing it out here to Lincoln McConaughey. And McConaughey, the 5'10", 165-pounder, makes the grab.
Thank you.
He's tackled by number 20, Jake Davis.
Closed captioning for
Second and 2
this
for the Huskies.
special Thursday edition of our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, presented by Eyewitness Sports, exclusively brought to you by the Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia's personal injury victims since 1974. There's number 6. He gained 7, so and 13 through the ball. So 7 and 6 equals 13. And here is Silvis up the gut for the Huskies as they operate now in the Glenville State University red zone. Glenville State University prepares and inspires students to be thoughtful, productive, engaged, and responsible citizens who contribute to the well-being of their community, state, nation, and world. Pioneer your future. Gain of 8 on the play. Well, good look there at Silvis and Hatfield.
Mark, you'd mentioned this earlier. Hatfield has had a wealth of weapons to throw to. If my memory serves me, he's thrown to at least 5 different receivers in this game.
Hand it off to Fisher, and Fisher will get it to the 10-yard line. Good effort there by Wayne. Turner was in on the play. Colton Johnson, you know, they got a lot of guys that can get the football into the hands of here, being this Hoover team.
Yeah, that is a correction here. Robert, our great statistician, said there's been 6 different guys catch. I was thinking of the 5, but I'm sure there's been somebody out of the backfield or that I have missed or something. So a lot of weapons for Joey Fields' team.
Fifth-year head coach. Hoover trying to get to 6-0 for just the 3rd time in school history. School opened in 1963. Consolidation of old Elkview and Clendenin High Schools. And Blake Fisher bolts into the end zone for the touchdown. A 10-yard run and another Hoover TD. Our TD sponsored by the University of Rio Grande.
Yeah, we have a extracurricular flag there. What happened after that play was Mighty Lopez was throwing Blake Fisher, kind of throwing him up in the air. He almost threw him over his shoulders. I think they're going to call excessive celebration.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 1 of the offense. Wayne is elected to take it on the kickoff. Untimed down.
Touchdown run by Hatfield had been 14-0 in the first quarter. That's the longest scoring place.
Durenberger puts it up, and Durenberger puts it through. Another look at it here.
Yeah, you see Blake Fisher. They're just driving it and just driving right over the defender and able to get into the end zone there. Ran over Brown, defensive back.
We're here at West Virginia State Police Academy. Now, I'm actually here with Sergeant Allen. They are one of the sponsors here for Friday Night Rivals. Now, this is the first year you guys are sponsors. Why is this so important?
This is a big recruiting year for us. We just kicked off our campaign for the 74th Cadet class. Testing starts next month.
And then tell me the benefits in doing this.
We got pretty good benefits. We start at $61,000 a year pay, great health insurance, great retirement, and a good family environment to work in.
And how many weeks does this usually take?
It's a 24-week academy, and then you're assigned your duty station.
Awesome. You were telling me it's really like a family here. Why were you saying that?
We take care of each other. We're here for each other, and we take care of the state of West Virginia really well.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you, and guys, I'll go ahead and sit it back.
All right, thank you very much, Hannah. Again, the State Police sponsor our starting lineups on the FNR action.
Number 82, Voss Durenberger.
So Voss Durenberger will kick it off here. Kickoffs tonight's game are sponsored by OVP Health, formerly Ohio Valley Physicians, in business since 1999. So they'll kick it off from the 25 following the penalty. Durenberger's got a really nice leg. So gathering there at the 21-yard line is Ashton Walker. And Walker will take it to the 40-yard line. So a 19-yard return there.
Good field position for the Wayne Pioneers. And, of course, Coach Harmon wanting to see some positives here. We do have a running clock. We know that's the rule this year with when you have a point differential that's in the excess of 42, I think, in the third quarter and then down to 35 in the fourth quarter. So we are on a running clock here. But what Coach Harmon's going to want to look at is some positives from his team, see if they're going to stick to it here and not give up and try to have some positive plays down the stretch.
Handed off to Worrell, and he keeps on ticking there. Took a lick and got it to the 45-yard line, so picks up 5 on the play.
Yeah, pretty much on his own there. He was initially stopped at the line mark and was able to spin out of that and gain 5 on that first down.
And many thanks to Mr. Mike Kelly and, of course, Richard Parsons, a great crew here at Herbert Hoover. Big Sandy Superstore donating $500 to the homeschool for hosting Friday Night Rivals. They are the one-stop shop for all of your home furnishings and appliance needs. And here is Fisher Fry, and Fry will get the first down. First down sponsored by the University of Charleston. So F&R appearances. Wayne defeated Chapmanville 2014 and 28-14 and 18 and 20 respectively. They defeated Nitro 28-14 and 21. Then they played Hoover October 10th against Wayne 40-12. And then defeated Sissonville 49-7. Lost to Nitro there a couple of weeks ago. Going to fall to Hoover here tonight. So second time versus Hoover. Second appearance this season. 3 games at home, 4 on the road in F&R contest. Hoover fell in its first ever F&R game in 2017, 14-7. And they fell to Clay 36-27 in 2019. 2021, that game was played at Institute. West Virginia State beat Polk at 28-0. And they beat Wayne, as we mentioned, 40-12. Nitro 42-7 here last year. Now going to knock off the Pioneers here. But, you know, you think about Wayne, Jim, and some of the state championship moments. And, boy, they've had some great games there at Wheeling. And, again, they won 3 titles. Lost 4 last time they were there, fell to the Bridgeport Indians. That game was in the snow. Third down and 5 coming up here for the Pioneers.
Yeah, Hayden Payne has done a really nice job. They do have a lot of their second-team kids in there, but they'll keep some of the leaders in there, one of them being the senior, and Hayden Payne did a nice job of stopping what would be a longer gain.
Turner, they fake it to him, and this will be Wayman straight ahead, and he'll go down.
On the carry. Number 19, Talon Harrison on the
Under a minute to go here in the game. Talon Harrison, outstanding linebacker for Herbert Hoover, comes up and makes the stop. Well, we mentioned, you know, be just the third time they started 6-0. The first time, Jim, was 1977. We each had a chance to play against that team, and that was Joe Callie's crew that knocked off a lot of teams. They went to Fairmont and lost to the Polar Bears, and the Polar Bears would play Beckley in the state championship game as Worrell makes the carry there for the Pioneers. Boy, that great Hoover team in 77 led by an outstanding quarterback, Eddie Huppin, and many others, and that's going to do it. Time is going to wind down here, and it is Herbert Hoover defeating Wayne. So the Huskies have now won 8 of 10 in this series, and the series lead still belongs to Wayne at 14-8, but Huskies have certainly put a dent into it. There's Tom Harmon, veteran coach, and we'll move on with his crew as they fall here tonight.
There's just a lot of skill there from Dane Hatfield, and just a lot of weapons that he can go to. They had the air attack, they had the ground attack. You know, Mark and I was thoroughly impressed with Hoover's front 5 on the offensive line, and also those defensive front 4 in that linebacking core, how they were able to really stifle that running attack of Harmon and the Wayne Pioneers.
We talked about the Hoover team of 77, Jim, and Ripley fell to the Huskies that year, and the Ravenswood fell to the Huskies that year. In fact, Hoover and Ripley played in October of 77, and Hoover now goes to Memorial Stadium again in October of 2024. So this game lasting just about 2 hours and a half, and it will be Wayne next week playing at Chapmanville. So we're going to break away here. We'll come back with our post-game ceremonies as we bring you our Champions of the Game trophy presentation from the great folks at Tri-State Trophy in Barbersville. Tri-State Trophy also provides us with the plaques presented to our Downtown Ford Scholar Athletes of the Week. But first, we go around the country and check out great scenes of Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals.
The best Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals highlights from across the country.
Gonna throw it, little fade, caught, touchdown! Xavier Smith.
He goes right over the defender and makes a play.
What do they call that? You got mossed?
Wants to hold. They give it to Sheptak. He's flush, but he's got a lot of speed. Can he get the corner? He dives, and he is in! Forced touchdown by Bo Sheptak, diving into the end zone, and Danville takes back the lead.
Yep, they send it backer. Complete to Rios. He'll get the first down and more. Trying to hurdle a guy who was go down at the 31-yard line.
Furcus hit as he's throwing. Ball tipped and intercepted. Excellent job defensively by Iosencio. Eric Iosencio, the sophomore.
This young man coming out to the field right now is Jackson Maynard. He is suffering from Duchenne's syndrome. His family has established the Little Hercules Foundation, which is something that helps the young man and raises awareness for what he is battling all across the country. And there he has the football, and Jackson Maynard is heading towards the end zone tonight. And a very special touchdown. A lot of points will be scored during the season in games, but none bigger than that one right there. Touchdown, Jackson Maynard.
And here is our Big Sandy Superstore play of the game. And Dane Hatfield firing in the direction of his receiver, and Dalton Myers makes the grab, 35 yards, one-play drive, 6 seconds off the clock, and that would start the scoring onslaught for the Huskies, and they win it here tonight by a final of 49-0 over the Wayne Pioneers. Big Sandy Superstore donates $500 to the homeschool for hosting our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports. They are the one-stop shop for all of your home furnishings and appliance needs. Down to Hannah Klein with Joey Fields and the victorious Herbert Hoover Huskies.
Well, Coach, 6-0. Now, this is the third time in school history, and I want you to take a moment and hear that. What does that mean for you as a coach?
Oh, it's huge for this group and this community and this school to be 6-0. But our goal is not just be 6-0. It's to have a couple playoff games come November at this stadium.
And for you, listening to that, how have you seen this team progress as these weeks have gone through?
I think two things they control is their attitude and effort. And this is a good group of football players, but it's a better group of boys. So they're succeeding because of that on and off the field.
I definitely know this school has gone through a lot these last few years. It started at 2016, getting the new field, getting the new school. How awesome is it knowing that, change is coming and change is here?
Oh, it is. A lot of people worked hard to give us these opportunities, and you got to earn them, and we don't take them for granted each day. So 2 things that we do control is our attitude and effort, but these kids come every day to practice and work very, very hard to do that.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, FNR Champions of the Week, and I want to hear from you guys. Congratulations.
All right, Huskies put another trophy in the trophy case from FNR, and next week the Huskies will play at Ripley. Meanwhile, Wayne will be at home to go up against the Chapmanville Tigers. Some notables from this one: Dane Hatfield, 22 carries, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Blake Fisher, 12 carries, 88 yards, a touchdown. Hatfield, 191 yards passing. Sam Key had 4 catches for 87 yards. And Hoover now 6-0, and Wayne is now 4-2 on the season. And next week we'll be at Joe Sawyer's Field in Sissonville as the Sissonville Indians go up against the Generals of Winfield. And our coverage for our next Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports will be at 7 o'clock. Jim, some thoughts from you on this one?
Yeah, I think Coach Fields realized he got a really good special group of young guys, and he knows where the end result is to try to be playing in the state championship game right down here in the valley where he can bring all the people from this area to support him, and just a great dominating effort by the Herbert Hoover Huskies tonight.
All right, Jim, great being with you here tonight, and many thanks to the great folks here at Herbert Hoover, and certainly to the great folks at Wayne as well. Safe travels to Tom Harmon and his crew for making it possible for us to bring you this special Thursday edition of FNR. So in this latest installment of FNR, it's Herbert Hoover winning over the Wayne Pioneers by a final of 49-0. So for Jim Mahan, Hannah Klein, statistician Robert Stegall, and our great FNR crew, this is Mark Martin. We say so long from here at Husky Stadium on the campus of Herbert Hoover High School in Elkview. We thank you for watching the Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports.